We're in the summer months, and it's great to get outside, and hopefully we can figure out who has the best patios, too.
Yeah, I think in the Rio Grande Valley, sunny and hot, but other areas we've been talking about the flooding. And this is the scene yesterday in Ruidoso. Look at the rain coming on down. Downtown Ruidoso, an inch and a half of rain. By the way, at Rio Ruidoso in Hollywood, it crested at more than 20 feet unofficially breaking a record from what we saw yesterday. And all that happened in such a short time, within the 30-minute time frame. And now we're seeing some puffy clouds starting to build over Sierra Blanca Peak, and we're beginning to heat up, and that will allow for more thunderstorm development. A little bit later than yesterday, but fewer and farther between and not as potent. So there is that still potential of flash flooding with a flash flood watch in Ruidoso and Capitan for some of the burn scars, but I don't think we'll see nearly as much rainfall as what we saw yesterday. Some areas at the South Fork Fire burn scar got as much as 3.5 inches of rain. Mostly clear skies here in Albuquerque, looking pretty good. Got a few puffy clouds right above San Diaz. 85 degrees, 31% humidity, and warming up in the mid to upper 90s today. A very warm afternoon. Showers and rumbles of thunder begin to form in the Rio Chama, the Jemez Mountains, as well as in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. Puffy clouds over Sierra Blanca Peak. Otherwise, it's very clear. There's a lone thunderstorm in West Texas that's starting to get closer to Hobbs in Lee County, something we'll keep an eye on. 86 there right now in Hobbs. Meanwhile, 77 Ruidoso, warming up several more degrees before we see those thunderstorms, very likely. 92 in Deming, 89 in Farmington. We're sitting at 85 Santa Fe, 85 in Clayton. So very warm across the land of enchantment, and even hotter compared to what we saw yesterday for many. Near 100 in Farmington, mid to upper 90s in Durango. 97, 98 in Albuquerque, about 100 or so in Socorro, as well as places like Deming. Ruidoso low to mid 80s, mid to upper 80s in Las Vegas. Man, speaking of the heat in places like the Four Corners, there's that heat advisory in effect until 7 o'clock today. Farmington, Shiprock, Newcomb, and Neshiti. By the way, we do have a heat advisory in parts of the Rio Grande Valley for tomorrow, as it'll likely reach 100. So the heat will be on, and fewer thunderstorms will fire off as a result for today and tomorrow for most locations. A 5 out of 10 on our monsoon meter. Those storms will move from north-northwest to south-southeast. Very slow moving in the mountains as we're seeing right now. They'll continue to build for the next few hours, as well as around 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Starting off most likely south of Ruidoso in the southern Sacramento Mountains. More of those storms will start to move on in after the initial wave of storms will form. Another wave will start to move on in Ruidoso after sunset. So something we'll keep an eye on. You see that clockwise flow. That's a high pressure way off to our west. Steering some wildfire smoke from the Gila National Forest near Silver City and also near Albuquerque and Santa Fe as we head throughout the evening. So it may be a bit of a hazy one in the skies around sunset. Tomorrow, even hotter, right around 100 in Albuquerque, as well as Farmington, mid to upper 90s in Clovis, near 100 in Roswell, 104 tomorrow in Deming, and fewer thunderstorms, but more thunderstorms out in northeastern New Mexico. Fewer thunderstorms elsewhere, including Ruidoso, the Gila National Forest. Silver City may get a little bit of rain today, but less likely chance of that tomorrow. Very warm in Durango. Temperatures will start to drop. High 40s and low 50s for low temperatures. Pagosa Springs, Alamosa on either side of the 90-degree mark today. Farmington near 100 today and tomorrow. Grants, Cuba, and Gallup in the mid to upper 90s. Hotter tomorrow, cooler by the weekend. Las Cruces, Silver City, Glenwood, Alamogordo. Isolated showers and rumbles of thunder. Not quite as potent as compared to your Sacramento mountain neighbors, where Ruidoso, most of the day mostly sunny. Warming up in the mid-80s, we have to watch out for rain and flash flooding. Avoid the low-lying areas, the burn scars, please. Cloudcroft in the 70s, 90s in southeastern Mexico. More on Las Vegas. A low chance of flash flooding today, but still possible. Storms will be stronger again to your south. And in the northern mountains, a beautiful day. Isolated showers in the Enchanted Circle to Santa Fe. Mid-90s for tomorrow in Santa Fe. Moriarty, Cedar Crest, Sandia Park from Rio Rancho Belen in Albuquerque. Temperatures in the 90s today, but tomorrow near 100. And then more humid and stormier and cooler by later in the weekend.
Definitely a roller coaster and a lot for you to keep an eye on the next few days.
The heat and then the storms.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, Ryan.